Rod, first game of the season, 3 points in the bag. You can't say fairer than that, can you?
No, I can't. And as I said, if you'd have asked us at 5 o'clock, I'd have been over the moon. So 10 to 5. And it's we've had to put a tough shift in here today against a tough team. Danny's kept a lot of them from last year that made the playoffs. They're a really awkward team to play against. They're very fit. They have a way of playing. And they don't give you a minute's rest, and we wanted to try and play a bit more than what we did. We went with a system to allow us to do that, but that never really worked. So as I said, I thought the pitch, it was cut yesterday, but I don't know if it's just grown overnight, but it's quite long. It wasn't conducive to how we wanted to play. So when we did get the ball, I don't think we was as good as we should have done in the transition, and we didn't open them up as much as we should have done. We've had some good performances here today. I mean, to get that result is a fantastic start to the season. I thought Davey Winfield and the goalkeeper were very good today, dealing with a very direct side. But listen, we showed some really good moments at the times, and we had to change things sort of just after the hour mark to give us a bit more fresh legs. But these boys have worked tremendous today, and to get the goal, and Martel's absolutely got that in his locker. He's hit an absolute worldie. And probably that was only going to be the difference today to try and win the game.
You made that change midway through with Reece Grant coming on, and he's got that bit of physicality, isn't it? How much difference do you think that made because we stepped things up in that second half, and they couldn't really put a glove on us?
Yeah, I mean, we went with a system today because I felt that we played so well against Ebbsfleet. I thought it was just a really great performance, but pitch was probably a little bit wetter and allowed us to play against Ebbsfleet with a solid, what I felt a good workman-like performance, but very good with the ball. We never got to the stages being good with the ball today, so it become a little bit of second balls, a little bit of a battle. When Reece come on, I just think it gave Martel another option, another platform to work with. I don't think we played sort of like Longy off of Martel in the first half, and then we played TJ slightly higher than the two other midfielders. But I don't think we really exposed them enough. But we see it at half time, and we made a decision. We said, look, we're at home, go 2 up, push Longy into 10, and I felt we had a far better second half. Some other really good performances. As I said, Daniel is not really trained with us. Daniel Martin, he looks a really good player, because obviously we lost TJ. Do apologise. We lost Harvey Walker to a terrible injury. We needed to get a bit of left side balance out there, and Borgie done well first half, but I thought when he come on, he really gave us a bit more width and pace to really ask the question of him, and I thought his debut was excellent.
You mentioned Martel's worldie. Can't think of a better way to win a game than that, because he really, really curled that into the top corner. A really beautiful way to win a game. But how important is it for a striker coming in? It's his league debut for the club to get off the mark, and for confidence, that does wonders, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think Martel had one just before the end of the first half that got edited back with Dave, and I think he should have probably buried that, to be fair, which was pretty much looked like it was on the goal line. But then, he goes and pulls a rabbit out like that. It was just, you see him, he done it against Sitting Ball, and he's got something in him where if he levels up and he gets himself in range between the posts, he definitely can strike a ball. So, great finish. I think the keeper nearly got there. I thought he'd done quite well for him today. Their goalkeeper is a new lad for them as well. But all round, I was just pleased with all of us. And I said to the boys, they've got to be patient. Because, we're literally in the first 90 minutes of the season. There's so much. There's so many players that will dip in form and have injuries and whatever like that. That we've just got to be patient. And I think, as I said, pleased with the subs today. Sam Cornish come on, made his debut. There was quite a few made their debuts today. Jacob Mensah come on. And I think we've also got to mention how well the goalkeeper done, because I've got to be honest, I thought Reece was outstanding. Thought he pulled off 2 or 3 good saves in the first half, but the one, I think Wells is probably the only time Wells has made a mistake in the whole game. He really should have buried it, the lad, and Reece was out to him as quick as he could be, and just stretched and got the block on it. So he's kept a clean sheet today, and I think he's done amazing to do that. So, and then as I said, if there was two man of the matches, I'd probably say him for the shot stopping, and David Winfield, who I thought just showed you why he's been such a great player at the level. He's just a man, and I think that's infectious for us. I think the players look up to Dave. They did at Chelmsford. I think they will here, and I thought he was outstanding. I thought he was, as I say, he's definitely a leader of men.
So obviously, finally, it's a good start to the season. 3 points in the bag. Bath City next up, next weekend. Always a tough place to go at Twerton Park. Always in and around it, about that top end of the table from season to season. But gives us plenty of confidence going there, doesn't it? And to keep things rolling.
Yeah, it does. It does. I know Jerry. I've known Jerry for a long time, Jerry Gill, and I know his teams will be very organised. They'll be big and strong. So we come up against a lot of that today, to be fair, because they're quite a physical side. And, you know, I'm sure Jerry knows what my teams will be about. They compete. And we know it's a tough place. I mean, every time I've gone there, it's always been a battle, whatever club it was with. But as I said, if these boys can just get the transition right, and we've got some fantastic footballers here. I mean, I thought we had some exciting lads from last year, you know, Jason Adigan, Sonny Fisher's a forward and whatever, but some of these boys that we brought in this year, they're not a million miles away from that standards, and if anything, you know, I think they will actually sort of kick on, you know, so I'm really pleased, and going to Bath gives me and Kev and Jim a lot to think about. But as I said, you know, Bath knows that they're going to have a tough game. And if they allow us to play, we're a good footballing team. And today I took so many positives out of so many situations that, you know, it's real good competition for us going into training next week to work on other things. And yeah, I think I want the supporters to travel up there. I thought that was outstanding today, the supporters. You know, it took them a while to get us going a little bit, and I think they're a little bit apprehensive. I don't think they've won too many opening day games, and I thought they was excellent. Come out in good numbers, and listen, as I say, we're going to need them at Bath. There's no point supporting us just at home. A true supporter needs to sort of try and find his way up to Bath. Hopefully there's some supporters, coaches that are going to sort of help out with that. But we need them there to try and roar us over, because it will be a tough place. And as I said, but you know, I've got every faith that we can go there and do a job.
Cheers, Rob.
Thank you.